Hey guys, man, this lighting is gorgeous. Hi everybody, welcome, welcome. This is Joy from Live Narc Free. I'm not sure how many folks is gonna be in the room because I'm doing this reading a little late because I literally just moved into my new home, so I was trying to get everything together. I am gonna, for those of you that watch my tarot readings, I'm gonna be doing another live for my tarot readings for those that follow me with that. All right. So we're going to be talking about the narcissist and the smear campaign. Now, I literally didn't take any notes on that, so this is just going to be from like the top of my head. Um, that's how sometimes you have to do it. um, hi, life is a journey. How are you? Hi, Matthew. Hi, welcome, welcome. Everybody's in the room. So, if this is you guys' first time joining me, so my name is Joy. I am a coach for narcissistic abuse. I'm also a love, tarot, and oracle reader, psychic medium. Hi, Matthew. You said here till I get. Oh, you get triggered? Oh no. Hopefully you don't get triggered. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about narcissists and the smear campaign, and you guys could go ahead and share your experiences and let me know, like, if you ever got smeared, or and if you did get smeared, how did you react? What did you hear? Because the narcissist gossips. They talk about you to family, friends, strangers, and all sorts of things. So most definitely. And before I get into it, I did want to talk about my mastermind course that is be coming out. You guys have up until March the 15th to register. So with that mastermind course is going to be called How to Accelerate Your Healing After Narcissistic Abuse. That information for those that are interested is going to be in the description box. And you can send me an email if you are interested. And I don't know if those of you have watched that video that explains everything what it is about. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Reese M. Thank you for that compliment. Yeah, so life is a journey. You said, yep, you got smeared, falsely accused, and forced out of several communities. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Life is a journey. I like that name, by the way. But yeah, most definitely. Oh, oh Lord. Okay, Reese. Yeah, so like I said, we're talking about narcissistic abuse here. So like I said, for those that are interested in joining me with my mastermind course, you do have up until March the 15th to get registered and signed up and all that good stuff. And those of you know that my other 7 steps to moving on from narcissistic abuse is available on my website. 5 signs to know if you're dealing with the narcissist. For if this is you guys' first time coming through on my channel, you do $10 off. So definitely a bonus to at least get the knowledge, so that way you can know how to deal with a narcissist, identify one. Coaching sessions, I do offer those. You get $10 off, for a first time coming with me as well. So this is a little different for me because usually I have my notes written down. But as far as like smear campaign, like what I've noticed, because all right, so I dealt with a female narc, which was my aunt. I lived with her for about 5 years. And at the first time, like living with her, everything was great. I know I shared this story like a million times. And again, you guys could like let me know how you've been smeared, vice versa. Please feel free to share your story. Oh, hi Phyllis, how are you? Matthew says, I like the other side of smear campaign, freedom finally. That's good, Matthew. Good. Yeah. You don't want to get involved with that for sure. And Reese says, I know all about narcissists. My sister is one. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Reese. Yeah. I got this cute little home decor Buddha. I think this is so cute. Do you guys like this? I think that's super cute. But anyway, so yeah, when I was living with my aunt, again, I feel like I was like the black sheep of the family. And I also felt like I was, very like the golden child, like how they say sometimes in the narcissistic stories. I literally got everything that I wanted. There was like nothing that I didn't ask for, that I didn't get, very spoiled. I used to live in California, and my aunt, she lived in Orange County, so it's a very well-off place, It was like a gated community. She had several cars. She had a really good job, and very pretty well off for herself. Life is a Journey says, I was friends with a female covert narc until she got with a male narc and sent him all of my personal details, which him and his friends. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Life is a Journey. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, that smear, that can do a lot of damage to you for sure. Cause it's like a lot of that information is like, well, if you're saying as far as like giving them your personal information, that's like invading your privacy, you know what I mean? But then on another case, it's like some things that the narcissist will say to you, to others, a lot of them is not true. So Reese says, I grew up poor as fuck on a council estate, social housing estate. Oh, okay. I see, Reese. Yeah, we all have our stories for sure. And then Life is a Journey says him and his friends are still stalking and monitoring me and even trying to hoover me back into. Yeah, definitely don't go back. Life is a Journey. That's crazy that they're still stalking you and monitoring you. And again, you guys know that the narcissist never leaves you alone. They think that they own you for life. No, I'm not in California right now. I'm in Rockford, Illinois, but I used to live in California. That's where I actually experienced two of the narcissists that I talked to you guys about today. I used to live in Orange County for 5 years. I lived in Long Beach for 2 years. And from there, I kind of stayed within like the Los Angeles County area. So like Hawthorne, downtown LA area. So most definitely, I lived in California for 11 years. It was a really, really long time. I decided to move because I was like, I don't see myself living here for the rest of my life. I was actually born and raised in Delaware. Reese says narcissists are master manipulators. Most definitely, they are master manipulators for sure. Literally the worst. They're pathological liars too. And I'm not on here to like bash or anything like that. I just want to, give the information, give the tips, give the strategies, the advice to those that need it. So anyway, long story short, after living with my aunt for a year, I was comfortable there, got used to it. I didn't really know who she was. She didn't really know who I was. But I noticed once I wanted to start venturing out as anybody would want to. You don't want to live like with your parents forever. So, I was telling her, I was like, hey, I really like to move out, maybe get a roommate. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And then out of nowhere, once she seen that I was trying to become independent, she was really saying like, oh, so what exactly are you doing again? And why do you want to move out? Like, can you handle like, the rent and all this stuff? And I'm just thinking like, well, how are you able to handle like, if you can do it, I can do it too. You know what I mean? So I don't know. She was just trying to like put fear in me, put self-doubt into me. So in regards to the smear campaign though, hi Jay, how are you? Yeah. So, yes. And, again, you guys, please, leave how you've experienced being, smeared. But anyway, so after I broke away, I became independent. I moved out on my own. She came to visit my apartment and, I was young. Like right now I'm 30, I'll be 31 in May. But I think around the time I was like 24, I was in California. California is pricey. I was just building myself up. She comes into my apartment. She's all like, oh, this is it. And you're paying all this for this amount of money. Just like really putting me down, Oh, Reese, you'll be 31 in August. Okay, cool. So, Reese, are you a Virgo or a Leo? I'm a Taurus. You guys know I do tarot readings too. That's why I asked. But anyway, let's see. Oh, you're a Leo. Cool. Cool. Mr. Jay, you said they always smear people out of the jealousy, independent, and yeah, they do for sure. So, okay, the family that I come from, my grandmother, she was a Pisces, and God bless her soul. But for those of you that know anything about Pisces, they love drama. And my grandmother had 9 children. So you can only imagine what that was like. And, the gossip and the talking back and forth and fighting, bickering, whatever. She was an amazing woman, but it was a lot of drama, a lot of smearing. A lot of them, they didn't really love themselves, which I can understand. It's just the way the system is in the world. I get it. But they just wasn't really taught love. And I understand if you don't know love, there's no way you can show other people love. So, but there was really no effort. But anyway, so yeah, yes, definitely, Jay. I can do the golden child narcissist. Yes, most definitely. Thank you for those topics too. They're great, by the way. So yeah, and then Life is a Journey says, yeah, much of it stems from, yes, it's definitely jealousy, envious, and, hate. And it's sad. It really sucks. So, pretty much when I moved out on my own, I guess she took it as, oh, I'm trying to be better than her. And I had heard a family member that she was talking behind me saying that I wasn't appreciative. And also too, another way that she abused me was she would talk mess about, me cleaning the dishes and how I clean, because I was raised by my dad. My mom, she wasn't, I guess, financially prepared. She wasn't really ready for children. And so with that, my dad was the one that was the provider for the most part. And being around a dad, guys usually aren't the cleaners. The women are the cleaners. So I had to learn the hard way how to clean. So when I was in California, and I'd be trying to clean the dishes and stuff like that, she'd be like, I had cleaned it, I finished it, I put in the effort, right, to clean it, and then she'll look and she'd be like, this isn't clean. There's a stain right here. There's, something still on the plate. Like, you know what I mean? So didn't even appreciate the fact that I went out of my way to try to clean the dish, but then just comes up and says oh, this is not clean. Or if I tried to mop the floor or something, she's like, oh, there's still something on the floor. You know what I mean? So something like that. And then I had heard that, she had told family members that I couldn't clean. And again, she was just saying I didn't appreciate what she did for me, which I did. I didn't appreciate being abused, and then I heard that she had been talking about me in regards to what I was trying to do with my life. And again, I was young. I'm still young now, but I was a whole lot younger than what I was now. But I was trying to figure out my life, and she's steady sitting up here, gossiping the family and friends, talking about what is she doing with her life. She doesn't know what she doing. You know what I mean? So just the whole talking behind my back, so wait a minute, let me see here. So Reese says, I think people as adults are still just their child selves with a front, and stuff that happens to you when you are a child sets your character and personality. And definitely, yeah, that's true, Reese, for sure. And Jay says, not all Pisces, but water signs can very dangerous because they're operated, by their emotions. My sister is a Pisces, and she made me think after all this time she cared about me. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's not all Pisces, not all of them. But the ones that I've come into contact with love drama. A lot of them, I'm a Pisces rising myself, so I'm obviously not in that category. But some of the ones that I kind of came to, maybe they were the ones that were lower vibration, not really awakened, and, just of the world, basically. Very dramatic, can be emotionally manipulative, love drama. Because it's funny because it's a guy that I actually work with. He's a Pisces, and he literally gossips about everybody, talks behind everybody's back. And he, literally the person that's his closest friend at work, he was talking shit to me about him. I'm I know he's talking about me because he's always hanging out with this guy. You know what I mean? But like I said, I ignore it out. I try not to pay attention to it, but I'm just hey, people are who they are. You can't change folks. So I just try not to engage. But let's see here. And Jay says they love drama and they love to talk about. Yeah, for sure. I'm just not I'm not a dramatic person. I don't like the drama. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't, literally nothing for me but drain me, if anything. Make sure you guys give this video a like. All right, so it says, I agree. Some of them are like that, very passive aggressive. Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, the whole smear campaign, again, too, and I had done some research on this and I had watched videos. The whole reason they do the smear campaign, because let's say if, you decide to stop talking to them and maybe you guys have mutual friends, then they might tell somebody that that maybe you were the person that did them wrong, or you did, like it was something like negative or something that they might have felt offended by or hurt. They will try to get sympathy from that person, and try to make you look bad. You know what I mean? So that's like a way of smearing you behind your back. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to say it to you up front. It just depends. Like if you're dealing with the overt narcissists, maybe, but like the covert ones, you're not really going to hear about it. Or you're not going to hear them smear you in front of your face. Like you might see them smear you maybe on social media, like maybe indirectly, maybe through a friend or a family member or something like that. But it's not going to be like in your face. It just depends on the person. But yeah, the whole smear campaign, it hurts. And some of them, they get so, devious with it. It's like they don't stop. It's like a lot of them, like let's say you leave them. You guys have mutual friends, like they will like go and talk to the people that and they'll just talk trash about you, like mad trash, and make it seem like you were the bad person, you did them wrong, when actuality you were the one that was being abused and used, taken for granted. Reese M says most of them run for the hills. Yeah, that's true. There a lot of them, they're like cowards anyway. Yeah, Jay, it is crazy for sure. It's really crazy. And again, narcissists, they really care about what people think about them, whether you guys know that or not. Like, and again, if there is a disagreement between you and someone else, like they will try to make sure that they tell somebody else that it was your fault first, so it doesn't look bad on them, because they're all about their image, all about the image for sure. Like I'm gonna give you guys another example, and this wasn't necessarily a smear campaign against me, but this was an example. Jay says they pretend to conceal, don't feel. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. They really do. And so I remember I was dealing with a male narc, like literally like the first person that I thought I fell in love with, but I think I fell in love with his image or whatever. He was like literally like Reese says, I try to understand why people are the way that they are. There's always a reason. It's like most bullies are actually yeah, exactly. Yeah, people are the way that they are due to, I think it's like trauma. And, because they might have experienced something where it hurt them or made them feel some type of way. Again, like that's a good example, Reese. Like, let's say somebody got bullied at school. Then they're going to bully you because they're like, I'm not going to get bullied. This is not going to happen to me. So I'm just going to make sure I do it to this person. Or let's say like in a love situation, like somebody gets their heart broken. The person's like, all right, so I'm never going to get my heart broken. So everybody that I talk to, I'm going to be on guard. I'm never going to love. I'm going to hurt everybody because no one's going to hurt me. I don't want to feel that pain. You know what I mean? So that's like literally like what's going on, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a subconscious reaction. Yeah. It's like people are just trying to protect themselves at the end of the day. It's like, it's kind of sad that they do it that way and how it affects other people. But yeah, that's literally like how it is. Yeah, it's inbuilt in us. Yeah, for sure. So like, for instance, like, okay, so I was dealing with this male narc that he actually lived in Hollywood. Jay says they're so insecure. Yeah, they are. They never educate themselves, but only to manipulate. Mm-hmm. Yep. The narcissists, the thing about it was crazy. I think some of them are pretty smart people and they manipulate a lot of people for sure, like for their own benefit, for their own gain. They studied like people, because the narc that I dealt with him for so long. Like it was like 4 years, And I remember sometimes he'd tell me, he'd be like, yeah, he'd be at Starbucks and he just watch people. Like he literally just watch people and just talk to them. Nothing serious, but just like flirting, just to get reactions, just to get attention, and just study like the human being, like what to say to get, a reaction, what to say to get something that you want, you know? Reese M says they have the same lack of empathy as sociopaths. Yeah, for sure. I want to do a video on sociopaths too, for sure. So again, and I do apologize for coming on here late. Like I said, I literally just moved in to a new place, so I do apologize about that, everybody. But I'm back. But Jay says they are very skeptical of someone that sees, yes, because the thing about it is like they don't want to be around people that can see them for who they are. Like they want to keep doing what they usually do, which is abuse you and use you. They don't want to be around somebody that can see right through them and that can like call them out on their behavior, because they'll get angry, they'll get mad, and they'll try to replace you, with a different supply. You know what I mean? So most definitely, Reese M says it's to do with the frontal lobe in the brain. Okay. Cool. I had to definitely do some research on that, Reese. Thanks for that information. Yeah, Jay. Like I said, I like to be on here a lot earlier. Like I said, I'm gonna do a reading after this too. So if you guys want to stick around, I don't know if you guys are into tarot or not, but most definitely but I'm probably gonna turn this live off and then do another live. But oh yeah, so back to the story real quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys go because I don't want to keep you guys on here for too long because it's a Sunday. But yeah, so the male narc. Okay, Reese Sim says my dad had a lot of trauma as a child. He was a borderline psychopath as an adult. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Reese. So what was that like living with your dad, if you don't mind me asking, Reese? I honestly have to say, I think that my grandmother, she had to have been a narcissist. Because even like when I was younger, because she had a lot of children, and I remember she used to compare me and my brother to my aunt's children. Like a lot of narcissists do that. They compare, they try to make other people feel like they're better than others or worser, or just gossiping, drama, really no love there. And she taught her kids that, it's kind of sad. Jay says, I feel bad for the golden child because they fall under manipulation of toxic, dysfunctional people. Yeah. And Jay, I'm definitely going to do a video on the golden child for sure. I got a screenshot exactly what it is that you said again, but yeah. Reese M says he was an alcoholic, he put a knife to my, what? He put a knife to your throat when you were 3? Oh my God, I'm sorry. And then slit his wrist? What? Oh my God. It was pretty, yes, that is messed up. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm really sorry about that. And Jay says, my grandmother, I feel like secretly made her children into narcs, especially, yes, man. Yes, Jay. I honestly feel that happened to my grandmother too. I think she made her children into narcs for sure. And I'm literally going to tell all of you guys, like, I'm not following in that path. And, bless my family, bless my dad, bless my aunt in California. Because like I said, she did do a lot of things for me. But what she did do was she did abuse me. And that is not okay at all. It's not okay. And literally, and this is something that I didn't share with you guys, but around the time that I departed from my aunt, the last meeting that we had, we went to, okay, so this is a story. I had the two stories. I had to tell you about what happened with my aunt, and then I had to tell you about the smear campaign with the guy that I was dealing with, or how I witnessed the smear campaign. But with my aunt, she literally told me, she felt as though she didn't live her life to the fullest. Like, I guess she felt like she married too young. I think she got married when she was like 22. She had her kids like right after that. And I think she was just trying to like live her life through me. And it's understandable. Most people live their life like that. They don't really do what it is that they love. They hate their jobs, and they want to make more money, or they just, feel like they married the wrong person or whatever the case is. So maybe I think that was her issue. And, she kind of seen me, I was younger and I was like full of life. I'm a very free spirited person, I'm open to trying new things, but at the same time, I'm very grounded, very spiritual. I do love God. I have a great relationship with God. I'm not into religion though, but I'm a very spiritual person. But I think she saw the potential in me, and I think she wanted to tear me down. And it wasn't like, probably wasn't personal. It was just the fact that she didn't want to see me do better because she felt like she didn't do her best. But it's like, if you were on the outside looking in, you're like, okay, you live in Orange County, you live in a gated community, you have 3 cars, you're married, you have two children, you have a nice high paying job. Why are you not happy? Why are you miserable? And that's literally like what I was thinking. I'm like, hey, I'm living with you and you live in Orange County. Like, you're fine. Like, why are you miserable? So again, I literally think that my grandmother turned her children into narcs. And even like dealing with my dad now, I thank God I moved out. I'm in my own home now. But like, when I was dealing with him, he was really negative. There was no love shown. If I tried to show him love, he'd like, don't. He don't know how to respond to that. He deals with people that are like lesser than him. Maybe it makes him feel higher. I don't know. And literally that has nothing to do with me, but it's just, again, my grandma probably didn't, mean to turn her children into narcs, but I think that's literally like what happened. That's the unfortunate part, but I'm not passing down that tradition at all. I'm cutting that out. All right, so let's see here. So Reese M says, I only realized at the age 15, 16 that I had PTSD, and that's why I felt so messed up. Yeah, that's traumatizing, Reese. Very, very traumatizing, for sure. Like, that would have messed me up real bad, too. Yeah, Jay, it is true. Yeah, jealousy. And Jay says, this world is living a lie and aren't getting, yeah. And that's why I tell people too, Jay, I'm just like, I understand times, whatever, but if you've been abused by a narcissist and you're not talking to somebody that's experienced that, do you know like the injustice that you're doing to yourself? Because it's like, you have to talk to somebody that's been through what you've been through. You know what I mean? And it's because anyone else, they're not going to understand it. Yeah, you could do your research, but it's like, you're going to have that better connection with someone that's dealt with what you dealt with. You know what I mean? Because even myself, like I did, the counseling, I think it was for like a year, but it didn't really help me because she never been through narcissistic abuse. You get what I'm saying? So that's why, like I said, I offer those coaching sessions and all those courses that I have on my website. Most definitely, you guys check it out because it's only there for you guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, that mastermind course coming up, I'm really excited because I think it's going to change lives, and the whole point of that is to heal, to accelerate that healing, and, yeah, Jay, yes, my dad is a Scorpio. How did you know that? He is a Scorpio, but the thing about him though, Jay, like he is a very loving dad. He's loving, but it's to a certain extent, and he's on a sneaky side. Sometimes he's really mysterious. He seems kind of materialistic, but again, it's the way that the world has made most people. So I don't blame him for, and he's old school, so how that goes. So let's take a look here. Reese says, the world's in a pretty bad state, to be honest. Yeah, I wish we could go back to the 80s. Yeah, it's really in a huge bad state. And it's crazy because I feel like, I'm just not like the average person. And sometimes it can get lonely because most people are just, they don't really know what's going on. And it's just like, man, it's crazy, But the thing about it, God's out here, and, once you get close to God, then that's literally changed my life for sure. But, and Jay said, yes, continue, you go, girl. Thank you. I'm happy. Okay, so you got, yes. All right. I'm happy that my videos help for sure. Yeah. Like the more videos I do, the better for sure. And then Reese M says everyone's doing meaningless jobs, robotic jobs, and living the weekend. The whole concept of the work week is man-made. They make us feel like we got good deal because we got the weekend off. Right. It's like we're literally like working our lives away. And it's like time's a ticking. Like we're not going to be on this planet forever. Are you doing what it is that you love to do? Are you passionate about the work you do? If you're not, then you're doing the wrong stuff. Like, and I tell myself that all the time as well. You know, it's like, what do I love to do? Who do I want to be around? Where do I want to travel? Just like what happened with Kobe Bryant. Like, who knows? That could have been any of us, but you know, God willing, I know I'll be here for 80 plus years, but at the end of the day, we're all going to die. You know, that's just a reality. So are you going to be happy when that time comes on your deathbed? Did you do everything you wanted to do? Do you have any regrets? You know what I mean? Let's see here. And then Resim says, same with money. It's just a concept. The banking system, fairy tales, it's made up of money. They literally print more when it runs out. They call it a quantitative easing. Yeah. Most definitely. And I keep saying Mr. J says exactly, life is for the living, not to follow the rules by script. Yep. And Reese M says with smartphones and technology, people are being, programmed from day one. And that's why too, I'm going to start doing law of attraction videos. Cause like I literally like manifested like a lot of things. And I want to share that with you guys. Cause I had to reprogram my mind. It literally came from my mind. Because everything that we're taught in this world is like to go against your natural state of being. It's like to make you into a robot, like reset. Like you're not made to be a robot. You're here to live your dreams. But unfortunately, the way that the world is, it's not set up for you like that. It's set up for another system, you know? So, yeah. So Reese M says, I don't like the way it's going. My little sisters don't even look up from their phones. Yeah, people just be like this, like walking on a highway. I mean, not a highway, like a crosswalk. I'm like, can you look up? Because I don't want to run you over. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to give you guys this last story and then I'm going to let y'all go. And then I'm going to have my little tarot reading live. But so in regards to the male narc that I was associating myself with, apparently he had got into it with somebody that he introduced me to. Because the whole reason why I was connected with this guy was because he was supposed to be showing me how to produce music. You know, but obviously he was just trying to abuse me. But that's what he was so-called doing. But anyway, apparently he met a songwriter. And I'm sorry, I think she was a singer, my bad. Or I think she did both. She sang and she wrote songs. But she lived in New York, we lived in LA, and I think he went out there to visit. I'm not sure if he went to visit specifically for her or he was just going to handle some business. I don't know. But apparently they had dealings. I don't know exactly what went down. I kept in contact with both. And one day I sent the girl a text message and I was like, hey, how are you doing? And then out of nowhere, she calls me. She's like, hey, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but she was like, hey, if you're still associated with so-and-so, I can't have any dealings with you. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And she's just like, I can't really tell you why, but I can't have any dealings. Risa said, I like your energy. It's 2 a.m., but I woke you up. I didn't wake you up. You woke yourself up, Reese. But thank you for joining my live. Make sure y'all give this video a like, too. Don't forget that. Yes, Jay. But yeah, so with that, and long story short, she didn't even tell me like what it was that he did, but apparently it was something not too good. Thank you all for the likes. And basically she cut me off. And at the time, so she just literally like deleted me off Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And by the time I had gotten back in touch with the narc, he was talking mess about her. He was saying like, oh, she's crazy. Don't talk to her anymore. You know, she's drama. So to me, that was his way of smearing her. You get what I'm saying? And narcissists do that, you know, because they'll do something to you. They know it's wrong, whether they lie to you, they cheat. if it's a guy dealing with a girl or vice versa, they might have a one night stand and you might not never hear from them again, or they might steal your money, whatever. They do something bad, and then a mutual friend, they will talk mess about you. And yeah, right, Jay. Yes, that's the smear campaign. Right. And Reese M says, you're only here once. You don't need all these toxic people. Shutting them out can be hard at first, but out of sight. Right. So true. Out of sight, out of mind. You don't have to think about them. But she did it. She shut me out. She shut him out. But for her, that was a cold cut, because I didn't do anything to her. But the fact that she cut me out too made it, again, I was young, I didn't know, but that should have been a red flag for me to say, hey, I need to cut this guy out too, because obviously something's wrong here, because she never met me in person, and, we only connected over the phone. So for her to cut me off like that meant that he did something really bad, you know what I mean? But he was smearing her, saying that she was crazy, when in actuality he was the crazy one. And Nadia says, mine did all of the above. I'm sorry to hear that, Nadia. Really sorry about that. And Jay says, you're a Libra. We're both from planet Venus. Yes, we are. I'm a Taurus sun, but my Venus is in Taurus, but it is, Venus. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Like I said, make sure, if any of you guys are interested in joining me in my mastermind course, make sure you guys register by March the 15th. Go to my website, check out any of my products. If any of you guys would like to purchase, let me know. You guys are much appreciated. Thank you so much. You have a good night too, Nadia. Thank you guys for your support. If any of you guys want to try a coaching session with me, send me an email. I'd love to coach you guys. All right, nice meeting you too, Reese. And like I said, I'm going to be doing another live. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading. So if those of you want to stick around, I'll be doing a general love reading for those of you that are interested. I know everybody's not into tarot, but I am. But you guys have a good night, and many more things to come. And don't forget to leave a comment about many other topics you guys are interested in. So most definitely, you guys have a good night. And if you're joining me with the tarot reading, I will see you then. Bye, guys.